We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens.
Let's see. Oh, it's raining.
With a good one in prime time, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins.
My first raining game.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. Taken at the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football. And what a nice gain on that play.
Here's Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. You talk about this Miami defense.
That happened when I think they be making him do that sidearm animation.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this.
He don't need to.
Top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it easily move into the top 5.
And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 42. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Now Jackson. This is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
All right, come on.
Here's Tua. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night?
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Walker with a grab, left side. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Escaping the pressure right. Lamar Jackson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Throw right side here, going to be incomplete. Well, look at this Baltimore defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Tries to force it
All
in,
thing.
intercepted. And they'll start out with great field position at the
Switch
47-yard line in enemy territory. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
All right, come on. Ready, team. East right, no. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Now Tua. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Oh my. Bro, spit. Oh, I'm like, my punt return just blessed his ass.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in the touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a first down. Play action. Now Jackson. It's
See, they don't let me put it where I want it to be.
It's another zone defense. It looks like
On that joint, scoot to the safety.
but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. I think this defense, Charles, realizing
QB draw on 3rd and 27. You think I get it?
Step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it. And I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try to turn around their fortunes.
3rd and 27, touchdown. It's fast now. I'm about to say, lightning quick in real life. But he got like a push shot.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed? Were they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Now Tua signaling to change things up.
20, TX.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Mike Green in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. $21-0 our score after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 2nd down and 4. Jackson now off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top unsuccessfully.
And that is incomplete.
Yeah.
This defense has certainly played
Rain starting to happen.
this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now
Staying on the
it
ball a
brings
little
a
bit
fourth
more.
down.
And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20. Not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Let's go.
Right back to Achane on second down. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Dolphins on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Play action. It's Jackson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Jackson now. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Darnell Washington. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 28-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week.
Because
there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way,
yeah.
I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
All right, up.
At the 39-yard line.
Hey, whoa. Scat. 21G, 21G.
You trying to trade him?
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
No, he using, but I think because KD leave every time.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points.
Shit.
Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Solo left Zion. 20, TX.
Looking to pass. Tua. Dancing to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it will still leave him with a 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Tua going to throw. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number
Made in a lab.
Instead, it's 4th down.
Made in a lab.
Go ahead. Hey. Turbo 1, high.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, 33 yards. And the Dolphins take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 28-7 ball game.
Jason Sanders.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the
played
first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in. I like the calmness of having played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
We ain't got mouse time.
And it'll be Dolphin football. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he goes out right around the 39. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Ready, 2, 8, let's go.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right, come on.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard
21G,
line.
21G. Out.
Back to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5
Ready.
brings up 2nd
Go.
and
All right,
5.
go. Ready. Hut.
They'll drop the throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
take over first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hey, Alpha, it's hot! It's hot! 180!
Off the play fake, here's Jackson being chased out left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 15. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement.
And he's going to go down. Back in his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Watch it, Oscar. Let's go. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Trey Amos. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said,
oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
I'm just throwing it straight to the DB.
Brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
You know, come on.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
On the east side on a Friday night, met a bunch of in the Golden Glide.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And all in all, pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
and that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient.
And then here's another interception.
This game going to feed my
Amos. And a terrific return as he takes this.
I think Amos just got 3 picks.
That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial. Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Now a 2nd and 6. Jackson. Forced out to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Right back to Achane on second down. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Solo left, 21G, 21G.
Here's Tua. Steps away to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
20, TX. Watch it, Oscar. Hey. Step.
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Walker has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. They go play action with Jackson. Out to his left. And he's got it. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen in his receiver.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Ravens are able to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talked about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now Tua. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time. And they'll be left with second and a couple. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Here's Wilson to throw. It's Hill, complete. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. second and goal from inside the 5.
Let's go now.
To throw is Wilson. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
72.
They'll go. H.M. And he'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage at the 3. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, a very great spot here.
If you're on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by
I think he gotta be the best DB in the game.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl.
It's
We got
Patrick.
4 in one game. I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
18, Panther 11, Panther 11. Warriors 70. Take up.
Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, 30 yards. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Jackson. Going deep for Walker. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls through.
And he can't bring it in. Incomplete. He dropped it on the crossing route. 4th down now.
7.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. And a a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's Wilson. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Play action. It's Wilson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 65 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Dolphins 21. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They change it every time.
What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now, okay? Get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still had a 2-score lead, so it's not dire. But at the same time, okay, guys, let's match the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
Now it's Jackson. That is taken in by Hurst. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. To the right side into the hands of Flowers. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. And Jackson throwing once more. And he'll be hit. He releases it, and now fall incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Second and 10. Now Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And
as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Jackson now. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Throwing is Wilson. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Now it's Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
Forward.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. Well, this was a good one. Excitement all the way to the end. You had the points, and then they were hoping for the miracle there on the onside kick. Couldn't get it recovered, and that was your ball game.